Gonna wait just a minute for our friends to join us live. I'm getting set up here with my notes on my computer today, so I'm gonna try not to keep looking to the right the entire time. Hello, let me know when you're in and say hello so I know who's here. I'm wearing this cute little like hoodie today that has I'll just show you. It has like 2 little sparrows on it. It's a Disney Cruise Line shirt that I love, that I never get to wear. So, I'll try not to use that side. So today we're talking about, it's the longest book title, The Original Adventures of Young Jack Sparrow, The Coming Storm. So it is, I guess, at least 6 books, because the audiobook that I got was books 1 through 3, and there's another collection that is books 4 through 6. So, I listened to just book 1, and that's what we're going to talk about today. And if you are joining us later, you're welcome to leave a comment. You can always, you're just as valid if you're not participating live, but if you watch it after and participate, then you are still a part of the book club and you're valued. So I'll probably wait just 1 more minute just in case we have anyone else coming to join us live today. And overall, I just wanted to say I like this book. I thought it was okay. I could have done with some of the, I could have done without some of the stuff in it. But overall it was cute. It was a fun beach read, and yeah. And by beach read I mean probably would have been more fun to read at the beach, but I read it, listened to it in the car while it was raining, which was fun for this book about a storm. So I'm gonna get started. I have my live chat. I have all of my notes here, and I'm gonna just bring this over my lap. Thank you so much. And yeah, and fly, as me and Jim always say. So if you read the book, let me know. If you listened to the book, let me know. I would love to know what you did, if you did either, and if you didn't do either, you're welcome to stay and listen to us talk about this book. So I want to say first, I liked the way the narrator sounded. I like that he had an English accent of some sort. Felt very appropriate for the whole pirates bit, and the Caribbean feel. I loved that. And I liked that they started out in Tortuga. Amanda, you made it. Yeah, so I thought this book overall had a good mix of familiar things that we kind of know from the movies and some new developments about Jack Sparrow's life before we kind of knew him in the films. So I like that we kind of started out in Tortuga, and then they headed somewhere, I don't remember hearing about that island, and Jim is around, and he listened with me, so he can correct me if I'm wrong. But I wasn't familiar with the island they ended up setting out to and stuff, so I thought it had a nice mix of stuff we know, new stuff for the book. I liked this author's writing style. I thought he had a fun, just setting the scene and just creating kind of the world of this Caribbean that we know at this time period. And Amanda said I could hear and see Jack while I was reading. Yeah, I totally could. And I didn't know what I was picturing in my head, because it's supposed to be a younger Jack Sparrow, but I mean, this author wrote him the way we know him already in the films, so his personality had developed at this point. And yeah, I was kind of picturing I don't know, like the cover art, he like looks younger, so I can't remember if they said like how old he was, or like, did you have a visual of like thinking about how much younger? Kara said the world creation was pretty fun. I read pieces with my daughter and she was really into it. I'm so glad. That brings me to another part which I wanted to mention, which was some of the things in here. I don't know, I guess there were some similar things in the movies, but it's like a little different to me to kind of see something go by in a split second scene versus like somebody explaining like what they found in the city and like bones and stuff. It was kind of weird. So I didn't like love that. That wasn't super exciting, but there was definitely like a Goonies vibe overall for me too, since they were supposed to be younger. And yeah, so what did you think before we like start getting really into it? Did you guys like this read? Could you have done without it? 2 thumbs up, 1 thumb up. What did you think? Just curious if you want to share your opinion. Amanda was thinking he was around 16, but all he could picture was an adult. Yeah, I could only picture like grown-up Jack Sparrow. I mean, I don't know. He like looked the same even though the movies were filmed over however long. Like he just looks that certain way. So yeah, I was really intrigued from the beginning with the author like setting the scene. I really liked this quote when he said, "There was a gleam in his eye, not yet dulled by drink," which I thought was fun, like a really interesting way to say, like there was somebody in there like not talking nonsense, talking about the legend and stuff. So I thought that was fun and an interesting way to kind of draw you in. When it came to Jack in the beginning, kind of getting into the story and finding out about, you know, this, was it Terrence the pirate? He still like didn't care. He's very like worry-free, which I think is one of the fun things about that character. And I liked that he said, like, I'm gonna be on my merry way. Basically, like, nobody's gonna stop me. Even though the guy was like 7 feet tall and stuff. So Kara said she didn't like it as much as others, but it was light and fun. Okay, thank you for sharing. I agree. I didn't like this as much as some others. I thought this was probably like a good, like, if you're on a cruise, just like on the deck, need a read at the beach, something cute and fun. But it wasn't like, I liked like the visuals and the feeling of the Caribbean and kind of the storminess and them sailing and stuff. I didn't love like some of the other stuff. But we'll get to that. So I looked up Zoe Saldana's character because, you know, she's in, it might just be like the first film. And her, because when they were saying like Arabella over and over again, I was like, is this like the girl from the movie? And Zoe Saldana's character is named Anna Maria, so they are not the same pirate girl, if, you know, if that's any indication. It is not the same name, so I don't think that was her, but that's who I was kind of picturing at first. And I thought that they had the sword already. Yeah, Kara liked the vibe of the book too. Cool. And then I was like, Jim, I thought, don't they have the sword? And Jim was like, no, they have the sheath. So I definitely like learned some new words. Like the sheath, the rapier was like another type of knife. And I don't know, I guess you just see things in the movie and you don't hear them or read them. And so you don't like know the names of things. You just like, you know, you see what they have in hand or like a picture of what they're looking for on a map or whatever. So learned some new words. My next note was like all caps, heavy and weird. I was kind of like creeped out that she just casually was like, Arabella's like, yeah, like a pirate stole my mom. I was like, okay, cool. Like, what is this a young reader's fiction book or like what is this? So that was kind of weird. I feel like, you know, like the Disney Pirates world is the reality is like, yeah, pirates like actually not really like a cool thing. It's, you know, kind of scary and weird, but then there's this like little fantastical pirate world that Disney's created. So I guess it's just like finding the balance of like, this is like a make-believe thing, and within the Disney pirates, like everybody's kind of like out for themselves, but then only like the villain pirate is like real bad. And the villain in this wasn't even like the worst. He kind of like alluded to Davy Jones being like he really needed to be scared of. So it's interesting that like all pirates are like bad, maybe, kind of, but then we're kind of following some as our like almost hero in the story. And it's kind of hard to know like actually who's the good guy when like everyone's a pirate. So I thought that was kind of weird, just like it was a little bit heavy. And then she mentioned like her dad and drink, and I was like, oh, okay. And she like works at a bar. But yeah, them sailing along with this like guy Fitz, I thought that was kind of a fun juxtaposition of like these pirates, and then here comes somebody that's like official in society, which also kind of goes along like with the books, how there's like, you know, the pirates and kind of like the common folks, and then there's like the people kind of working in the government and stuff, and like Elizabeth Swann is a little more like fancy and official, but she's like part of the part of the team, I guess. So Jack's lines were like perfectly written. I just feel like everything he said in the book was like something he would have said in the movie, and just like true to that character that we know, so that was kind of fun. I enjoyed that. And if you had like any lines or anything that you liked, let me know. Always love your feedback. Always like way more fun when you share how you felt about it or things you liked or didn't like. So I thought that the cat on the island being the sister but like under a spell by Tia Delma, it was a nice beginning, like truly like a putting in all the little things that we know, little characters that we know. It was fun to kind of hear about Tia Delma, knowing like how intertwined she is later with like Davy Jones and how much of the story she is. Do you have like a favorite Pirates movie, by the way? Because mine is definitely two. I love Dead Man's Chest and like the Davy Jones Tia Delma business. So let me know if you have a favorite one. So you know that thing where you hear the person in the movie or like in the book like say the title of the movie or like the thing that it's, you know, named after? When they were like, it was almost like it's like the storm is following us, and then like the pirate guy like was the storm. I was like, they said it, that's it, the coming storm. Like, so yeah, I thought the title was perfect, and that was fun, that like kind of like the protagonist of the story like was the storm, but then also it's kind of just like the coming storm. I feel like just kind of foreshadows like these are the characters that Jack's gonna encounter in the whole Pirates like universe, and all those movies coming later. So Jim said same, that's my favorite. Is it really, or are you just saying that because you know it's mine?
I like that one the best.
You like the second one? And Kara said the first two are her favorites. Awesome. We actually just did a Pirates of the Caribbean watch through last summer, and I think that needs to be like an annual summer thing. They're just like really good summery movies with the beach and the water and all that. So then it starts to get kind of creepy and weird, which, by the way, this was such a quick read, which I'm glad we did, because sometimes they're really long and that's a lot. And then it was kind of fun to just be like, oh, this is like a cute little, you know, a little easy something. Oh, Amanda watched them last summer too. Awesome. So it was only an hour and 37-minute listen, which was nice. I liked that. So then once we're getting to the end and they're getting to the sunken remains of an ancient city, and there's like all these skeletons, I was like, okay. And again, it's one of those things where you're like watching the movie, you like see something, I watch it like this, like usually through my fingers, and then Jim's like, okay, the scene's over. If there's like something I don't want to see, something creepy. But then with the book, it's just like you have to listen or you don't know what happens. So that was kind of weird, but it was fine. So yeah, a lot of skeleton business and bones. Could have done without it, but I guess that's kind of a pirate thing. That's like a pirate mood. So looking for the sword. Definitely creeped out by Stone-Eyed Sam and having like getting a stone out of it, like what is happening? A little too much. I can't remember if I said this already, I think, about the Goonies. Do you like Goonies? Did you watch that when you were younger? Did you also get that vibe? Because I definitely was picturing that during the city part. Because that's kind of like, in any pirate story, the part where they're like looking for the treasure or the thing or whatever, I feel like is kind of the pinnacle. That's usually what they're all about, is the treasure hunt. And yeah, that moment especially felt like the Goonies to me. Was the hat supposed to be the hat? You know, I don't know. It's like, it seems like it could be, if this is supposed to be like an origin story, starting business. They definitely mentioned his bandana. So it could be. Yay, you got Goonies vibes. It's so funny seeing Jim on here. So I was excited when they got to the treasure. Oh, his name was Torrance. I think I said Terrence. But I loved that, like, he was the eye of the storm, and then, like, just him mentioning Davy Jones as in, like, I'm not even really, like, the tough stuff. You need to, like, worry about this other guy who's, like, the real deal, and, like, kind of talks him up. So I thought that was fun. And, ouch, my foot's asleep here. I thought that this book had a good level of payoff. It was a short book, so there wasn't like these super high stakes and like all this stuff to figure out and like this, you know, really complicated story. Like, it was fairly simple, and then when we got to the end, it was I don't want to say nothing happened, because like they did kind of have this moment of like, you know, stuff happened and they found the city, and then the guy comes there, but then they were able to get away like pretty quickly and easily. There wasn't like, you know, this big, I don't know, it wasn't like an elaborate ending with like multiple villains and all this stuff happening. It kind of was like straightforward, and like this is, you know, a pretty kind of an easy getaway, I thought. But I thought it was perfect for the length of this book, and considering that there's like 6 of them, it kind of gives them, you know, it felt like definitely like this was just like part of the story. And I thought it was good that they kind of put the 3 books together in one, because you could definitely like just go right into the next one. So yeah, I thought it was cute. My last note was that the captain's log, like in the beginning and the end, the book says like in this captain's log, but the book is not written in first person, and I think if it was like a captain log, it would be like, day whatever, I did this, you know. But I did kind of like hearing in the beginning how he said the captain's log, this will be only the truth, and whether it's like, you know, real or fantastical, and in true like, you know, code or whatever he said, like kind of saying like this is how a captain's log is supposed to be written. So definitely didn't feel like a captain's log, definitely felt like a narrator telling the story of whatever happened. And I feel like if they wanted to do the captain log thing, they maybe could have done an entry that led into the story and then had an entry at the finish. Just my take as a reader. Kira said, I feel like it was written for intermediate readers, breaking it up into smaller sections. Yeah, definitely, like this is like a younger, what's it called, YA? So yeah, you're totally right there, that it definitely felt like that. yeah, and Amanda said this book ended like a lot of young kids books. Doesn't really end until the end of the series. Cool. Hey there, get those kids like ready for the next book. I like it. Yeah, so that's really all I had to say. It was kind of a short book. It was fun, easy listen. It was great for us because it was raining today, so we went for a little ride and listened to some of it. And it's been raining on and off, so we got to listen to The Coming Storm, Pirates of the Caribbean book on a stormy day. That was perfect. So, yeah. And if you had anything else you wanted to add, be my guest. Always love your feedback and comments. And then we talked last month about our next 2 books, so I just wanted to put it out there again. So we talked about reading the Cinderella Twisted Tale, So This Is Love, and we'll do that for next month. So we still have about, like, I don't know, I guess about a week left of this month, so still a lot of time to get that. I don't know if that's going to be like at libraries and stuff yet. I think it came out within the last year, so to be honest, I'm not sure how that works with the library and stuff. It is warm here. I think I saw 84 degrees or something. So yeah, it's pretty warm. 50 degrees is cold in April. I feel like it's summertime nearly at this point. But I've seen so many people getting snow, which feels so, like, it feels really late for that. So hopefully you didn't have snow recently. So then that'll be May's book. So This Is Love. And then for June, we will do the Disney entertaining book. It's just called Entertaining with Disney. We're going to do that again. We talked about that last month, and we had quite a few people into doing that because they either loved it or they missed that book. And I loved it. That was my favorite thing we've done. And then I got to do like some fun visual stuff with it. So we'll do that again and have another little delicious, I did like a dinner party for the book club meeting, so that was fun. And we ate and had a guest on, and that was fun. So yeah. Anything else you guys want to chat about? Any book recommendations or questions, comments about upcoming readings or anything else? I'm game. I'm open. There's also like so much Disney news, so this was kind of a short one. So if you want to have a quick chat about any Disney things happening, be my guest. We went for a really nice walk yesterday, actually we basically walked all the way around the Seven Seas Lagoon as much as you can. So we did from the Contemporary all the way to the Polynesian, and that was really cool. That was the closest I've been to Magic Kingdom yet, I guess. Yeah. And yeah, looking forward to going back and sharing fun stuff again. I'm kind of like tiptoeing out now. I'm like 3 weeks vaccinated and stuff, so more other content that doesn't involve being at home coming soon, slowly but surely. And yeah, People Movers opening today. There's just like a lot happening right now. I saw Disney was hiring again part-time for merchandise, quick service, custodial, and attractions, I think were the 4 things. So that's really exciting. And if you've been around and been watching my stuff over the holidays, we did, and I say we because it was me, but it was mostly you guys. We did the like cast member gift lists and gave like, you know, I basically just like set it up so if people want to gift stuff to furloughed or laid off cast members over the holidays, they could. And some of those cast members have gone back to work, and I'm delighted because I'm thrilled. It's great. It's fantastic news. I've really seen the you know, just living here, it's different than just like numbers on the paper. It's real people and real lives and stuff, so it's been very exciting. And it's also very exciting for guests because if you haven't been in a while, it's really different right now. It's still magical and fun, but there's a lot of stuff that's closed, and you know, they're just doing the best they can in the situation. So more people coming back to work means just good all around. Good for everyone. When people come to visit again, I anticipate it'll just keep getting better and better. And for the 50th, it should be fantastic. So, yes, Tracy, it's supposed to open today. I haven't heard it that it's gone yet, but people were like lining up and stuff. And the president of Disney World like announced, so it was like really happening. So yeah, I'm so happy to see the cast members back too. It's starting to get to be a really good time for people, so that's good. Any other Disney news or Disney things you guys want to talk about while we're here for a few? I'm trying to think. Have you been watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier? No spoilers or anything, but it's fantastic. If you like the Marvel movies, I know it seems like a lot of like extracurricular stuff that's not movies, but really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I especially loved the ending and how it all panned out and stuff. So I don't want to say anything in case anyone's watching still or hasn't watched yet, but really thought that was fantastic. I am curious if any of you have watched Raya and the Last Dragon. Raya and the Last Dragon? I think it's Raya. Oh, Brooke loved it. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Amanda's watching too. I'm very interested in this Raya and the Last Dragon. I'm not interested enough to like pay the additional premiere price or whatever, because there is a lot to watch these days. So, you know, when it comes available for the regular Disney Plus viewer, I'm there. But I'm looking forward to that. Did you like it? Did you like Raya? I'm curious because I feel like there's a lot of movies that have just like not gotten the excitement and like, I don't know, like, you know, they just haven't, there was so much going on. People didn't get to like enjoy and appreciate the whole experience going to the theater and like seeing the trailers and all the fun stuff that usually comes with the movie experience overall. Thank you so much, Michael. I'm looking forward to being back in the parks more, and I'll actually tell you, like, April, you know, like we're almost at the end of April. May, I got like a few things going, but June, like all my friends are coming to visit on Disney vacation, so we have like a lot of fun stuff planned for June that I'm looking forward to, and I'm kind of just gonna like build up till then. So hope you guys are starting to feel better and more comfortable with things, and just getting better all around. I think just time is, it's going. Okay, Amanda said it's not the best Disney movie, but it's a good watch. Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right, well, I guess we will wrap it up here. It's kind of a quick one today, but it was a pretty short book. So next month we have So This Is Love, and then the month after we will read Entertaining with Disney again. And then we'll look at July and see if you have any recommendations. You can always send them to me. You can always message me and let me know if you want me to take a look at something. The So This Is Love is one of the, not extremely long, but you know, it's gonna be longer than today for sure. The Twisted Tales were kind of longer, and yeah, if you haven't read one of those, they're basically like a different telling of kind of like the movie we already know, so they're fun. I think we did the Frozen one, theme snacks. The Frozen one, Can Seal Don't Feel, was one of the Twisted Tales, and that was basically, it was fun because reading it was like, I picture it was, a lot of the stuff was the same as the movie, so it was a lot of like Frozen, you know, imagery, and I liked that, but then it was kind of like if the movie was different, basically like you went to the boardroom and heard them tell the movie a different way, like a different pitch of the same movie almost. So it was like different enough that it was entertaining, but also still kind of the same. So I'm excited to read the Cinderella one because I love Cinderella so much. I'm excited to kind of just picture that and then like hear a different telling. I love these because they are, you know, fiction's really fun. Like I'm kind of getting into fiction to get a little, you know, like a little escape, thinking of something completely different. I love like the self-empowerment books and stuff, and we've read so many good like stories and like go-getter books, and I think we'll definitely get back to that. But I'm having fun with these fiction ones, and I hope you're enjoying them too. So, all right, friends, gonna wrap it up, and I hope you have a great week. If you ever have any questions or anything, I feel like I said this like 10 times, but if you want to talk to me about the book club or recommend a book, I'm open, and I'll see you next time. Appreciate you being here, and fly. And I'll see you other places around the internet. Bye.